Okay, Tadak, recording is on. And okay, in the previous session, we have seen addition of two numbers program, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in this session, we will be seeing, let me start with sharing the screen. And I'm giving you also the permission of sharing screen, okay? So do you have my screen?
Uh, yes.
You have my screen, right?
Um, we can download a Python today on the laptop.
Okay, so you are on your own laptop now.
Yes.
Okay. So how about we see first concept and then we download it? Because download, once we start the download, it might take some time. So once we have downloaded this software, we can do installation quickly, okay?
Okay.
So let's begin. See, we have seen comments, right? Why comments are
Yes.
useful? Okay, in the previous program, you have seen addition of two numbers program. So comments are like, with single line comment, it is, let's say I want to give the title, so title of the program is addition of two numbers. Okay. So why it's necessary? Comments are ignored by the interpreter. So, it should begin with hash. It should not be for the interpreter, it should be for user. So why comments are important? Basically, it is used to explain, the code. Okay. So comments can be used to explain the code, what it does. See, this program, what it does addition of two numbers. Okay, I don't need to, go through the code in order to understand what program does. Okay, and it's like, it makes the program readable. Okay, so any logic that is complicated, you can put comments there. It can help other developers, okay, other, teammates understand your code. Okay,
Okay.
and it can prevent execution of testing code. Sometimes, the testing codes you write it. Okay, you really don't want that output on the output screen. But, just to test the values of the variable, sometimes you put the print statement, some extra print statements there. And that you need to comment it once, you know, the testing is done. So that is, like it prevents execution. So this is like one single line command. You can add as many lines as you want. So you can say, let's say, here I can say author. So this is just a Teli, okay? Date, okay? You are doing integer addition. You are doing integer addition using function, okay, like that. So you can describe, okay, what you are doing here, okay, and these codes is not executed. Okay, see,
Okay.
you don't say anything here. Okay,
Okay.
all right. So any code that you don't want to be, let's say I want to just test here, okay, like if I get the output or not. So this is like testing zero, okay. And later on, I don't need this print statement. So I can comment this. So when you comment any code, it won't be executing. See?
Okay. Okay.
And let's say if it's a group of code that you don't want it to be executed, let's say alpha x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20, or y is equal to 5, I say z is equal to, or and is equal to x plus y. Okay. And hold on. X plus y, and I print and now let's say this code I don't need it, but what I can do, I can comment or hold this code block, okay, all at once. So you have to select first all the code, okay, You have to select first all the code and you have to press single quotations three times. One, two, three. As many times you press, those many times it appears. So you have to provide three single quotations, on top and three single quotations on bottom. Okay, so that is comment. So basically what
Okay.
it does, it makes it string. Okay, your code has become now string. Okay, and
Okay.
string, it is ignored by interpreter. See, you don't see
Okay.
any code. Do you see any output in here?
No.
Yeah, that's because this is commented. So why do we comment the code? Why don't we simply delete it? Basically, see, in the future, if I need this, I can uncomment this. You got it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why. Otherwise, you have to start writing all this code all by yourself. Okay, so it will invest like more time. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so let's begin Python variables. Okay, so let me tell
Okay.
you what is variable. Okay, it's like it's a container. Okay, let's understand what is Python variable. What we have seen here, we have seen comments. So tell me, comments are what? What did you learn from comments?
Comments are not executed.
It can be used to explain the code. Yes,
Yes.
and then it makes the code readable, and then you can comment testing code. Okay, the code that you don't want to run. You understand?
Yes.
Now see, this is I'm writing in editor, online editor. So this is this is going to give me error if I run this. Okay, see, because this is just a text. Okay, so I have to comment this. Okay, so what I'm going to
Okay.
do, select this all. It's a multi-line comment. See, it's a comment now. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's see variables. Okay. See, what is variable? It's a named memory location. That means we have lots of memory available. Okay, free memory. So let's say this is one memory. It's a free, and this is one memory. This is also free. It's a pile of memory. Okay, like it's a stacked memory. Stack means like it's a contiguous memory. Okay. So its address
Okay.
is okay. It has addresses. Okay, like say this has address like FF00. This has address FF01. Okay, and this is address FF02. Okay, likewise, your computer has lots of memory. Okay, you
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
See, now your computer has memory, but let's say you want to put some data in this memory. Okay, like I want to keep 10 inside this address, at this address, I want to keep 10. Okay, because this is a memory, I want to keep this value inside this, you know. So how do I put it? Because I don't have, access, I don't know what is this address. Okay, so I cannot use addresses directly. Okay, so there is a way, to name this address. We can name this address. We can name it as X. We can name this address as Y. Okay. We can name this address as Z. Understand? So how do you
Yes.
name this one? So all you have to do, see that's why we are saying here, it's a named memory location, means a memory location which is named as X. A named memory location, okay, means it's a memory location that is named Y. Again, one more memory location that is named Z. Okay, why we are naming it? Because if we name the location, it is easy for us to keep value in it. See, if we name it as X, I can put 10 in the X. That means you are putting the 10 value at this address. That you don't know what are the addresses. You don't really worry about the addresses. Addresses, the computer worries about it. Okay. Let's say I do y is equal to 20. So again, what we have done, if you free memory, we named it as y. And then we put 20 inside y.
Okay.
Okay. And then we have one more variable z. So when you say z equal to, computer will name free memory location as z. So that you can store multiplication, addition result in it. So x and y, first it gets the value from x. So x's value is 10. Then it gets the value from memory location y. So value is 20. 10 plus 20, it will give us 30. And that I want to store at location, okay, z. So this is 30. Okay.
Okay.
This is how the values are stored in the memory. Okay. So when you say x is equal to 10, actually you are what you are doing, you are reserving space in memory. Okay, and you are naming it as x. So let's say you want to go to hotel. Okay, you are let's say you are your all family members are going to hotel. Let's say before you going to the hotel, what you do? You call the manager, you say, we are 10 people coming to the hotel at 8 p.m. Please reserve our seats. So he says, okay, hold on. I'll check the availability. Okay. So, he will tell you that, okay, for if you are 10 people, then you have reservations, table number 5. Okay. So you keep that in
Okay.
mind that 5 is your reservation. Okay. All right. So
Okay.
you can sit at the table number 5 when you go to the hotel, okay? Because it is reserved for you. So that's how X should be reserved in memory. Y should be named in the memory, okay? So free memory locations, it is named as X, Y, Z so that it can store values in it and you can do manipulation. So later on you can do print Z, okay? So you
Okay.
can now let me just put a comment here. Okay, so let me just put comment here. Okay, so that we can test this code. Okay, it's a commented now. Let me run this now. See, it is giving me 30. Okay, it's all possible because here we put x, value 10. It acts like a container. Okay, variable acts
Okay.
like a container. So let me just delete the comment. So variables actually, it stores data or values. Okay, getting
Okay.
it. So
Yes.
you don't have to here specify. You don't have to specify type here. So that means what is type here? That you don't have to tell if let's say you want to store x10. So 10 is the integer value. Okay, 10 is
Okay.
integer here. Okay, so 10 is integer number. Okay. So you
Okay.
don't have to tell that x is type integer. Okay, like you don't have to like write it this way. Okay, int x. Okay, you don't have to do that. So interpreter is going to do that automatically. So let's say x is equal to character. Okay, let's say fractional value 5.2. Now you see here, this 5.2, it's a different number. It's a decimal value. Okay, it has decimal place. Okay, here we can say it's a fractional value. Okay, fractional number which is decimal point in it. Okay, so it's a float value, you can say. Okay, it's a float value. So you don't have to say, for example, you don't have to say float x. It's automatically considered it as the type of the x is float. Okay, so when you say x is equal to, you know, um, John, so John, it's put in double quotation. Okay, so anything that's in double quotation, it's a string. So we say, John is a string. Okay, and you don't have to say, like, string x, because it's understood when you put the value John in x, its type is string. Okay, here the type of x is integer, here the type of x is float, here the type of x is string. You don't have to specify that. Okay, that is the beauty of Python language. You don't have to specify, you don't have to give type. Okay, you don't have to declare the type of the variable. Okay, specify
Okay.
or declare. Okay, you understand?
Yes.
Okay, now let's say I want to let's create one program here. Okay, let me put all this in comment. Okay, now let's say I want to convert, let me put this also in comment. Okay, so let me here have x is 10. Now tell me, what is this 10?
A value.
Yeah, but what type of value? Yes, what
String.
type of value? It's a string,
String.
it's not a number, right? Why? Because it's in double quotation. Let's say I want to convert this to integer. So you just type int there. Your string will be converted to integer. Let's say y. Okay, it's a string value 20. Again, converting it into integer. So you can say z is equal to x plus y. Okay, and then we print z. So what is the difference between between this code and this code? Here we are directly giving x is 10, direct numbers. But here we are giving string numbers. So string number should be converted to integer before we put it in x. Here also string number 20 should be converted to integer before we put it in y, because we cannot perform addition on strings. We need pure numbers. That's why the conversion is required. Okay. Now you
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is another code. Okay. If you want to find out like like the type of the variable, okay, just for fun. Okay. So what you can do is you can get the type of the variable like this. Okay. So let's say you have to use type. Okay, so type is going to return if it's a string, you know. So type and you say x. Okay, so let's say x is string. Okay, John. So its type of x will be string.
Okay.
Okay, and if it's a number, type of x will be number. Okay, so type is always going to give you you know, like value. So value types. So here I'm putting John. So just for fun, we'll print, type of X. Okay. So let's see, let me comment all this code. We don't need the output. Okay, for this code, we are commenting. We are not deleting, we are commenting. So that it won't run. Okay. All right, let
Okay.
me run this code. See, it's a type string. Do you see the
Okay.
output?
Yes.
Okay, it's a type string. And if we change this to, let me just do copy paste. Here we put numbers. Let me put it here y. And here I put a. So let me print here. It's an integer c.
Yes.
Okay. And then if I do copy paste and here I put z 3.147. And if I want to print the type of this z variable, see it's a float. Okay,
Yes.
so let's say I want to convert this float value to string. How do I convert? It's very easy. Look,
Add double quoted.
so you have to say, m is equal to str you have to use. Okay, so you have to put z in str function. Okay,
Okay.
so when you do that, when you print m, see, now you will understand. So your z is floating point value, and you are converting that float value to string using str. Okay, that's called casting. Okay, so let me run this.
Quote. Okay.
Here, okay, we are not printing here type. So we should print here type m. Okay. See, it's printing string now. Understand?
Yes.
Okay. As because this z, it's fractional value. Okay. Z is fractional
Okay.
value. Okay, and now we are converting back to string. Okay.
Okay.
Understand? So let's say there is an integer value. Okay, let's say that's a p is equal to 10 value is there. Okay, and I want to convert this to you know fractional. Okay, float value. So what I will do? I'll say r is equal to, okay. I'll say float. In the float, I will put p variable, and then I will print type of R. So R variable will be float. Okay, so let me run this. See, it's a float.
Okay.
Okay, so you can have here R variable like this. Here you can have. Okay, let me just do copy paste quickly. We can just print the name of the variables here. Okay, here it's a x variable, it's a y variable, it's n variable. This is z variable and okay, now let's run this. See, R is float. Okay, as you can see that you can print the value also. Okay, see 10.0. Now you look at here. Our p variable value is 10. Okay, but as soon as we convert this to float, okay, the R becomes 10.0. Look at here.
Yes.
Yes. So if you want, you
Yes.
can print the value of P also, okay? So let's check it. So P's value is 10. You converted it to float. So you got the 10.0.
Okay. Okay.
Understand? So here we print Z.
Yes.
See, look at here. Okay. We are not using comma here. Okay. See, Z value is float. See, look at its type is float. Okay. Here we are printing M value. Here we are printing X's value. See, Z is float, M is also float, but it's of type string. We are converted this M, look at here, into string. So that's why it's showing it, as a string. And here we are displaying Y's value. So Y is number, okay, it's a 10. So it's integer.
Okay.
Okay, this is string. Okay, John is a string. and it's showing it as string. Okay, you got it? This is called,
Yes.
casting. Okay,
Okay.
this is called
Casting.
casting. Okay, and how do you declare variables? Let's see that. Okay, so variables, there's a way of defining variables. So we use p, we use r, we use z. Okay, but variables should be declared as, like meaningful names. Okay, so let me uncomment this. Okay, okay. So the rules for to declare variables. Okay, let me make here some space. Okay, rules to declare variables. Okay, what are the rules? So the first rule is, the variable name should be descriptive. Should be descriptive. So what does it mean? Descriptive means like let's say you are doing a program, okay, of addition of two numbers. Okay, you should not use x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20. Rather, okay, you should use num1, num2. You understand?
Okay.
So that's like descriptive. Okay. So it's a meaningful variable names. Okay.
Okay.
So instead of using xy, okay, you
Okay.
use num1 and num2.
Okay.
Okay. That's like more descriptive. Let's say you want to assign age. Okay. So age, then you name the variable as age. You don't use p, q, r, okay, alphabets. You just say age equal to 12. You want to put name, use variable name. Name is equal to John instead of using x equal to John. Okay, that is like meaningful names. You want to put email, okay, you use email is equal to abc@gmail.com. Okay, so these are like meaningful variable names. Okay, you don't use variables, like short name like xy. Okay, use descriptive name.
Okay.
Okay. And also, variable names should begin with alphabets, letters. Okay, so variable names should start with letter. Okay, so what does it mean? It means like you should create variable like this num1. So here, look at variable name starts with n. You understand?
Okay.
So this
Yes.
n is basically letter. So that is valid. This is like valid. Okay. But what is not
Okay.
valid? Okay, that your variable starts with you know digit. This is invalid.
Okay.
Okay, because here your variable starts with number. That is not allowed. You
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
So what variable allows letters?
Yes.
What variables doesn't allow?
Numbers.
So variable name cannot start with
Numbers.
yes. Very good. Variable names, variable cannot start with number. Okay.
Okay.
Remember this. Okay. So this is the example. Let's say one. This is like 12 students. So 12 students. This is invalid. Why? Because this variable begins with number. Okay. So these are all invalid. Okay. All right. So let's say two words are there. Okay. Okay, two words
Okay.
are there. So let's say uh my name. So I want to create a variable as my name. Okay, so how do you define it? You can use underscore. Okay. you can use underscore. Okay, this is allowed. No other special characters allowed. No other special symbols allowed. Except underscore. You got it? So,
Yes.
you're allowed to use underscore, but not other symbols. You understand?
Yes.
So let's say I want to use, like, I want to say my name. So, you don't give space in variable names. These are like two different variables, not one. Either you use underscore, okay, this is valid,
Okay.
okay, this is valid, and my, you can say N capital, this is also valid because in this you use N capital, okay, these are called camel case notations. Then you don't use space in variable names, so it's invalid, okay, because
Okay.
you are using special symbol here, space, because you are using space.
Special.
Yes, you are using space, okay, that is not allowed. Space is not allowed in variable names, okay,
Okay.
and variable names should not be characters, okay? Like variable names should not be keywords, sorry, okay. So like let's say keyword is int, okay, so I'm creating int is equal to 10, okay, no, this is not allowed, this is not variable, this is keyword, okay, so this is invalid,
Okay.
okay. You cannot have
Okay.
keywords like for is equal to 20, these are invalid names for variables, okay, you cannot use it. And variables are case sensitive, okay. Variable names are case sensitive, meaning that let's say you have variable created as like this, like x is equal to 10, okay, and you are printing capital X. That is wrong. This is capital X and this is small x. Okay, so such mistakes are not easily found in the program. Okay, because for our eyes, both look same, but actually it's a small case x. This is capital X. It's a lower case. Okay, so these are variable names are variables are case sensitive. So this is different x and this is different
Okay.
x. Okay, so that's why you have to use. I can say here this is wrong. Okay, you're using capital X.
Okay.
So you should use small x.
Uh,
Okay,
Small. Yes.
or you can define capital X here. Okay, then that is perfect. Generally, variable names are lowercase. Okay, all variable
Okay.
names that you declare, it's a lowercase. Okay,
Okay.
so you can like say another example, age is equal to 12. This variable and this variable, it's a different one. These two variables are different.
Okay.
Okay, you
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
So
Yes.
now let's let's come to the other part. Okay, like how to assign values to the variable.
Okay.
So how to assign, let's say I want to assign multiple values to variable, okay? Let's say I want to assign x is equal to y is equal to, z is equal to same value I want to assign. So I want to assign same value to all three variables. So I can do this, okay? Assigning
Okay.
multiple values to variables. Assigning multiple values, okay? Assigning multiple values or assigning same values to multiple variables, okay?
Okay.
To multiple variables. So here 10 will be assigned to, x, y, and z. Okay, let's run this program. let's test the code. So let me comment out all the things. Okay.
Okay.
So here I'm going to comment this also. Okay, here I'm going to just say x is equal to 10. Sorry, x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to and 10. Okay, so here I run the code. Before that I want to print x. Okay, and then y and then print z. Okay,
Okay.
so let's run this code. See, I get same value. Okay, that's called assigning same value to yes
All. Yes.
multiple variables. Understand?
O- Okay. Yes.
All right. So this is one thing you can try. You can also, it's not just, assigning same values to all the variables. You can assign multiple values also. Okay. So you can assign multiple values to, multiple variables. Okay. It's like different values to different variables. So how is it possible? So you say x comma y comma z equal to, okay. So you say 10 comma 20 comma 30. Okay, so actually what is happening here? You are giving 10 value to x, you are giving
Yes.
20 value to y, you are giving 30 value to z.
Z.
Okay, so then let's print it, print x, print y, and print z. Okay, let's run this. So we want to comment this first. See, we get 10, 20, 30. Okay, that's it for today. Okay.